Hey, this is Brian Nelson with GetPassiveIncome.net, and I want to talk to you about using banner advertising to drive affiliate revenue. Now, we're all familiar with banner blindness, but if you do this correctly, it's a great source of low-cost traffic that generates some significant sales. So to get started, let's find a site or a couple sites that want to advertise our offers. Let's find a niche and a product to sell in those niches and then tie it all together. So the first place I like to go when I'm thinking about placing banner ads is buysellads.com. I either go there or projectwonderful.com depending on what type of banner I want to place and what type of niche I want to target. Now with buysellads.com, they've got a couple different models when you buy your placement. You can either buy it on a CPM basis, depending on the offer, or for a 30-day run. And as you can see, these are the estimated number of impressions that your banner is going to get. Now the key with any type of advertising like this is to get people to click through. So regardless of where you place your images, your banners, you want to make them stand out as much as possible from the rest of the field, from the rest of the website. So in going down here, what we're going to target is bikerunity.com. This is actually a dating site. As you can see, they've got 31,552 impressions over a 30-day period, and they only charge $10. Let's click on the full details and find out a little bit more about that. Well, it looks like they've got two places that you can advertise on their site, either the middle sidebar or the top of all pages. We would want the top of all pages to get the best traffic. And as you can see, it's $20 for 15,000 impressions. And what you want to do is create a banner that stands out from this page so that you can get the click-throughs and generate the revenue. So let's go to the Biker Unity site and actually take a look at it. As you can see, it's a white background. It's a standard social network specifically dedicated to bikers. Now, the one thing the bikers like to do, and I own a motorcycle, and I'm guilty of this as well, is they like to customize their ride. So if I'm going to advertise a product or service on this site, my best bet is probably going to be something that allows people to customize their motorcycle. It is also a dating site or connection site, so maybe dating would work, but I think for this, we're actually going to try and sell solid, hard products. So what we do is we go over to Commission Junction, and what we'll be focusing on is cruiser customizing and selling products from them. So this is the products that we'll actually be developing banners for to sell on Biker Unity. Now, before I go further, even though it says it gets 30,000 impressions a month, I'm going to go over to Quantcast, quantcast.com, and just see how this site actually runs. As you can see, it looks like up until May they weren't doing too well, and then something happened, but they're getting decent traffic now. And it looks like it goes up and down. So maybe this, given that this site has a dip of almost no traffic in July, maybe this isn't the best site to advertise on, but you want to make sure that when you're choosing a site, it has consistent, good traffic. For this, we'll take the risk. It's only $20, and the payoff should be positive. So going back and looking at the site, our advertisement is probably going to be right up here, so we need to make it stand out. Now, this entire page is white, so the graphics you want to use, and I'd recommend not using the graphics provided to you by the manufacturer when you're placing advertisements like this. And the reason is simply because they get lost in the background. They get lost in banner blindness. For example, this image matches this light box very, very precisely, very well, which means you don't really pay attention to this image. There's no reason to actually click on it. You don't actually see it. You've got banner blindness. So instead, what I'd recommend you do is create your own banner. Use a very simple word editor. Use PowerPoint. I've used PowerPoint before to create images. And instead, go with something, maybe red text, maybe a red border. Use bright colors like yellow, something to make it completely stand off the page. So when people land here, the first thing they see is a big call to action. Something like, wait, you need to customize your ride, you need to click here. something that doesn't have a truck and looking for a new auto loan, but something that has a very strong call to action, stands out. And luckily, this is so far above the fold that this is the first thing people will see. And that's what we'll be banking on when we create this ad. So it's a very simple process. What you do is you go back, you buy your placement, you create your banner. In this case, it's going to be a 468 by 60. You insert your hyperlink, and I'm not going to show you how to do that right now, but that's all you need to do to take advantage of affiliate placement with banner advertising. Once again, this is Brian Nelson with GetPassiveIncome.net. Hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very much.